The voices in my head are calling me names. Woo! Woo! Alright. I had to brush my teeth, put my teeth whitening strips in. The voices in my head are attempting to get me not um, to brush my teeth and basically groom myself so that I look like I have poor hygiene. And causing me all kinds of swelling. Like, honestly, all of this skin stretched from the swelling, and oh my gosh, to my hair thinning. The voices in my head kept saying they're gonna make my hair thin. And they kept saying, oh my goodness gracious, they're warning me. Every day they say they want me to die. Every day it's manipulation. I've been diagnosed schizophrenia. Schizophrenia has to be by far the most disabling condition. Sorry. Disabling conditions. Sorry, I look like a boy today. And it constantly, the voices are attempting to try and manipulate me into believing or into making decisions that I wouldn't make if I wasn't arguing with them. So, for example, they call me promiscuous, which I am not. And I am 40. So to stand up for myself and say, wait, I'm 40 years old, I'm this, I'm that, and it's a free country, and I'm a respected woman, and then they've created this void and so much pain, so that I want to so desperately fill that void with the first whoever that walks into my life, which God knows he's for most likely going to be some kind of a drug addict, right? Um, and he's the only type of man I feel comfortable with because I'm such a low class human being, and all I want to do is find anyone of my caliber, okay, to help ease my pain. Um, so all of which is true. I am 40. I can do whatever I want. However, I'm not looking for a loser. I'm not even looking for a relationship. I'm not promiscuous, and I'm not looking to be promiscuous. So I'm not allowing the garbage that I'm hearing in my head to take control of my life. And I mean, initially I was going on dates, but I wasn't being promiscuous. And when I went on a few bad ones, I was just like, I really I wasn't even in like intending to date. So why am I doing this kind of? And then I came to the conclusion, like, I'm really arguing with a bunch of delusional voices, right? Um, and that's when I decided, okay, I'm done arguing um, with this imaginary person or these imaginary people or invisible people, right? I'm just gonna continue to go about my business and do what I would have done, and just to write down if, sometimes we tend to steer in a different direction if we don't write down what it is that our goals are, what we have planned, who we want in our life, all just everything that you would on a checklist of like when you find a potential mate or looking. Just what is it that I'm looking for in my life? Where do I want to be? What do I want to see? What progress do I want to make in the year? In 5 years, in 10 years. Um, if someone were to come along, what, where would I want them to be in their life? What kind of, standards do I have for myself? Just the norm. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I write all of which down, um, just so that I maintain that lifestyle. And so if ever I get a little sensitive and, someone walks into my life and I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling at the moment, and I'm feeling vulnerable, I can just go look at my list and it puts me right back on track. So yeah, all that to say, I mean, the women's voices, man, the voices of the women I hear in my head. It's not the voices, I call them the voices, but it's what those voices have said. The women voices are the ones that encourage the male voices to sound and sound abusive. And then every time they encourage them, the men will say, "Oh, we're going to make you dizzy, or we're going to make you have a stroke. Oh, are you feeling a little? Do you understand?" Well, I'm like honestly going into bouts of confusion. Like I just have no idea what I'm doing at the moment, where I'm at. Like almost like I had Alzheimer's or like a stroke or a minor concussion, and I'm just trying to recollect. And they'll be saying things that are just odd, like as if someone has to sit in my head and disclose all of the tactics and torture that they're using on me, um, in order, you know, to continue to sit there and talk in my head. And I don't know. It just it's it's so complicated. I've been able to um, basically run through the the entire what sounds like a script of what their agenda, the voices in my head's agenda is, and how it's meant to manipulate you into believing that you're making your own choices and truly that you are, and then how it affects you, how it affects your mentality, the strategies the voices use. I'm starting to feel that most schizophrenics go through pretty much what I'm going through. I don't know why there is so much consistency. Okay. And probably why I call it a script, because you would think we're such different people with such different lives, with such different backgrounds, um, that the voices in our head would be very distinct in what they have to say about us, or the, you know, um, just the voice. You would think they were more in sync with your personality, but it seems as though that most schizophrenics are suffering from the same exact thing I'm suffering from, and have said over and over again, yes, I hear exactly what you're hearing. They do exactly the identical same thing to me. And so, with that said, I call it a script. But yeah, I'm at this point just tired. I was trying to brush my teeth, and it was the women's voices trying to make me feel uncomfortable in front of the mirror. Like, oh my God, my man thinks you're ugly. And then her man, like, sits there, like, you ugly bee, or he'll start barking like I'm a dog. Um, I want to, like, break down and cry. My kids are suffering. I can't give them, like, I'm so emotionally beaten down at times that I legit can't get emotionally connected with them or with anyone for that matter. Um, God, I can go on and on about this situation. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. I did manage to brush my teeth, make my bed. I cleaned my room. I tidied up the kitchen, started laundry. I have a few other chores to do, which should take me only 3 hours tomorrow, tops. Um, so I can have the rest of the day to myself and prepare for my week, um, this coming week. So, anyways, hope you all have a wonderful evening. And if you have any questions, you're wondering about schizophrenia, feel free to comment or direct message me. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. I am an open book. All right. Have a great night.